have to make it a quick video. We're within sight of that thing, right in front of this fallen pine tree. These ones are flowering. Came over here to cut down whatever this is, coral berry, invasive thing. And not on this stalk, but also look at this weird stuff. But right here, look at these. Oh, another jumping spider. Oh, bye. Just don't climb on my hand by accident. And once again, coming. Oh, interesting. Look at that. This is all. This thing might just be sending up these just to make flowers. I'm not sure. Because, look back. Okay, let me move this weird moss-covered pine branch. Oh, hello. It's 60-something degrees right now. Very cloudy. It's supposed to rain later. I'm trying to gently move this. Alright, we'll just stick that right here, since the moss clearly likes this. So this is flowering as well. And it's... Here's a normal stalk. It does not have flowers on it. This normal stalk here doesn't have flowers on it. Weird. Oh, look, it's flowering all the way out here, where it is likely to be chopped down. So this is a path along the thing. Here's a sweet gumball that got stuck here. Look at all of them. Alright, okay, now here's a normal stalk that is flowering. I was gonna say, what's going on here? Alright, that's better. So this is the second plant in this area that is flowering. It's got soft leaves on the bottom. I didn't see any up there. So yeah, yesterday I actually walked past this because my phone battery was dying, so I had to rush. Let's look at these internodes. It's like it's smacked in the face. I love these purple colors. As you can see, I did not bring a ruler with me today because it's very cloudy and windy, which is making me paranoid because there's water oaks in here and they like to snap in half because they don't live very long for oak trees. They only live 80 years, which is hilarious to say, but it's true. So yeah, on this side of this fallen pine tree, any flowers on you guys? Nope. I do have a rhizome cutting from the first one that I found flowering, and one further down that way because it was just sticking out of the ground. As I said, this is not a creek. I said yesterday. It's not a creek. It's apparently an artificial thing, but I call it a creek anyways. Fulfills the same purpose. Oh, I probably forgot to say. I'm in Savannah, Georgia. It's February 15th, 2026. This is native bamboo we're looking at in the genus Arundinaria. Which one? It's up for debate. This is the stupid invasive thing I've been cutting down. I'll cut that down when I end this video. Yeah, I don't see any flowers up there on the tall ones, which is weird. No? So weird. Alright, but yeah, here are these anyways. Look, those are practically coming out of the ground, but not quite. Can I scoot some twigs out of the way so we can see? So that's where the rhizome is, because these are little One guy yesterday called them stabilizing roots, which is a good enough name as anything. They work. Here's some flower buds. Yeah. So, again, if you live anywhere that you see plants that look like this, or like that, come out here and look for these flowers. These ones are purple here. Well, these ones are a mix of purple and green. They can be like solid, even more saturated purple than this, almost like a magenta color, or they can be like a light green. Here's, this is a woody stem. Yeah, untangle it from this maze. See. It's not even attached to the ground, all right. I got scratches from a blackberry. Let's look at the internodes on here. They're kind of faded a lot. But that's how this one decided to branch out. Stick that back there. Oh, and it was a cool blackberry too. Not one that I recognize, so hopefully I'll get to come back and see it again. I don't see any of the scale insect. Just learned yesterday that there's something being called bamboo thread scale. It's the little squiggly lines on the bottom of the leaves. It's apparently multiple species, so I have no idea what species it is or what genus. And there's a stick that can definitely trip somebody. But yeah. I can't really get a cutting from this anymore because I was gonna get this one before I saw that it's flowering, because it's sticking out the furthest and is the most likely to get chopped down. But I don't think the flowers would survive that because we don't have an actual greenhouse, so they would probably just suffer. Is this a rhizome? Could I just pull this whole thing a little? Oh, that's got a flower spike too, I think. So I will leave it there. Cause like this little itty bitty size right here is like usually perfect for getting cuttings from, but not when they're flowering. Look, I'm coming practically out of the ground. You can see one right here. I think it's just, okay, it's coming off of a branch. Look at this. They're under the leaves. All right, yeah, fantastic. Definitely cannot get a cutting of that one, but now I know where it is. It's by this tree of some kind sticking up from behind the pine tree. All right, I'll end this video and continue that way. Further that way, there's a little drainage thing where the other one is flowering. Also, I gotta chop these invasive things down. All right, we've got about 10 feet. That little tree there, hold on, hopefully that made it better. The little tree there's where we were. We're over here. Now this one's flowering. So, I don't know what's going on with this bamboo, but it's crazy. It's a big log. Might be squishing some of it. Let's scoot that over. This is a rosette grass. That's all I can tell you. Let me scoot that. But this is flowering as well. Look, one coming up directly from the ground next to that acorn cap. Let's keep looking around in case a deer is gonna come charging down the pathway. So yeah, this is crazy. I'm pretty sure these stems came up last year because they mow here very often. So that's confusing, but cool, I guess. Because like you see, they have to keep it clear for construction or something. I don't know what this is used for. It's for something, but yeah, these are just flowering. So is this one. Just making sure I'm not gonna step on them. Here, look, flower spike. And then another little spike. And another one. I was told yesterday that also, if there's a spike like this, you can pinch it and see if you can feel a little bump. And that's the flowers forming, because I'll probably explain it badly. Plant cells, instead of dividing a bunch, they make the shape they need to be. Oh, wait, hold on, distracted by mushrooms. False turkey tail. I know this one. Plants, instead of dividing a whole bunch, make the shape that they need and then just make it bigger. So the little the flowers are actually like fully developed, maybe not fully developed, but they're actually perfectly developed inside these little spikes. And then people who are trying to do genetic testing and genetic research look for those tiny little ones, because the DNA is most dense without extra stuff being in the way, so it's easier to analyze. Hopefully I explained that right. Alright, let's continue. I got a whole bag of invasive plants to fill up. There's some Spanish moss that fell down. Alright, okay, we're actually right near. Any flowers on that? Right here's this drainage pipe. Also the skeleton, which might be from a dog, or maybe in this case a puppy. I don't know. I put that bamboo there to mark it, but here's the little skeleton I tripped over yesterday. Is this a puppy skull? Because I was looking at like the shape of it, and I remember seeing old diagrams. I feel like coyote skulls have a bunch of ridges. I don't know how. There's minks and stuff around here, but I don't know how big their heads are. So I guess they're probably bigger than ferrets, but ferrets, their heads are like maybe that big. I don't know. So here's the other ones flowering. Maybe they're just the same thing. It's not too far. But yeah, here's these. Let's see if I can gently pull this rhizome. It's a flower, and then up below, that one's got even more. Alright, I ended the video by accident. Hopefully not. Whatever. Alright, anyways. Hopefully that was just when I was just trying to push the camera button to take a picture just then. Yeah, here are these ones. Possibly on the same plant. I'm not sure. Look at this. Brand new little stalk coming up here right now. Off of this rhizome. Okay. Not coming up directly from the ground, but from this rhizome, which is in the air a little bit. I'm actually going to take this as a cutting because new stalks are very good at reestablishing themselves. Also, look right here. This is also a flower stalk, or at least a new bud, or a new stalk. Shoot is the word I'm looking for. I'm trying to say the word shoot. A new bamboo shoot right there. But I'm going to take this one because it doesn't have a lot of leaves so far. So that means it will be better at reacclimating itself and growing new roots and stuff. So let me pause this. Alright, I got that. I didn't even actually need the clippers. It's got a bunch of little roots right. I'm zoomed in still. Got some roots right there. got a bud right there, which is dark purple, so that might be about to flower. Oh, look at that one. That one's green, so that should be leaves. If it flowers in captivity, I don't know. Then we'll be able to cross-pollinate it. Let me stick it in my bag here. I wore long pants, and it's actually a bit too warm for that, which is ridiculous, because it's February. Oh, I'm still used to Pennsylvania weather. Alright, get in there, little baby thing. Get your leaves down so you don't get squished by the zipper. For once, my hand looking like I lost a fight to a cat is not from the kittens, it's from a blackberry. Alright. Pick all my stuff up again. Apologies, the camera just went crazy. Let's go. Hold in the bag. I'm out of here. There is a thing called parrot feather in there. It's those little bright green things, and they form little stacks. Alright, end the video until I find more flowers. Alrighty, February 15th, we're going to be transplanting this cutting that I got from the native bamboo into this pot here. I would use a slightly bigger pot. This is the only one here. Yesterday, I picked a bunch of henbit dead nettle and crushed it under some rocks here to push it at the bottom. So that will help stop dirt from falling out the bottom. It will help. It'll provide compost when it gets smushed down and composted. Well, it'll help if I put it in the correct way. You got some roots on the end here. That's nice. Stick those. This is some, probably not the best soil, but it's all that I've got right now. Stay Green potting mix plus fertilizer. We'll see how this works. It's very lightweight. I mean, it's theoretically good, but we'll see. And I actually broke the top off, putting it in the plastic bag, so that's inside, so we can go dissect that after I water this in and stuff. So that's what it looks like. It's actually perfectly fine. No, the hose, I have to turn it on over here. Alright, pause. Okay. The hose is now turned on. I have to follow it all the way over here. I'll stick this top of the raised bed here to water it in, and then I'll find something to mulch it with. For cloning bamboo, you want to do it before it gets hot out. I think I forgot to say the date. It's February 15th, 2026. I'm in Savannah, Georgia. This is a cutting from a plant that was flowering. This one didn't have any flowers that I saw. Maybe that. We'll see. The ones that are flowering are actually the ones that I had planned to take before, because they're the smallest ones and the youngest looking stems. Looking, I guess, is the key word. Smaller stems are better than bigger ones if you can get them right when they are sending up new shoots, so they're all just looking like a little folded up spike coming out of the ground. That's the best way so far. This is the second best, because they're not going to send up shoots probably until March. You can see the henbit dead nettle that I put at the bottom is helping to keep the moisture in. So it's draining a bit more slowly, which is what I want. Maybe get the leaves wet. Help them not dry out as much. Alright, so I was thinking maybe the potting soil would be super hydrophobic, but it seems fine. Now it's actually getting ready to rain as soon as I watered it in. So everybody, you're welcome. Also, look at these cool things whose names I forget. Look at this. Oh, fly flew away. All right. Well, it's gonna sit here. I think they've got some pet bedding or something I can use as mulch. All right, that's it. One more look at the plant. It's got a purple stem. Hopefully it'll keep growing. Bye-bye. Alrighty, this is the piece of the bamboo rhizome that I got a cutting from that broke off in the bag because it was just slightly too tall. So we're gonna see if we can peel it apart. Let me see if fisheye. Nope, that just makes it go out of focus. I don't have anything to prop my phone up with, so we're just gonna. Is it focused? I swear they're used. Okay, it should stay in focus right there now. Oh, okay, that just came off like I thought it would. Coolio. There's another little needle up there, so I might be able to peel this off. Maybe. See. I might just peel off. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's just peeling that part off instead. Alright, well, I guess we'll just continue doing that. This is not scientific in any way. Oh. Was this a flower in here? I was hoping it would not be. I think this is a baby flower. Camera. It kind of looks like one. We'll just keep dissecting it. You can hear the dogs running around. Not sure if this is a flower or not, but just keep peeling everything apart. See all the layers. Good thing I did not trim my nails yet. Except for the one I broke on a fucking twig. There's not much to see, it's just green and green and green. It's like a Russian doll. Yeah, we just keep going and getting smaller. Come here. So small now. That's what we're at so far. Oh, I dropped it. Supposed to be in focus. I don't think we can go smaller than that. Let's go back to this piece. This one doesn't want to peel. Slide that out. Alright, bending over. So I don't really think there's anything to see here. Here's what I got us. Just a bunch of increasingly small pieces. Oh, camera. So, yep. I don't know. Maybe there's a bump. Maybe we need to prop the phone back up. Would help if I were in frame. I put in frame and now the camera's yelling at me to move further away. Let's break that there because it's hindering. It's just a hard woody section in there. As far as I can tell. Woody, obviously this is all just soft. But, well, that's the result. Not very interesting unless there's a bunch of scientists screaming about something that I'm not noticing. Hopefully I wasn't out of screen the entire time. I probably was. Alrighty, there you go. Bye-bye. Just an addendum to the video. The skull I found is from a raccoon. I don't know why that did not occur to me, but alright, yay. So it's not a puppy. Raccoon skull. Coolio.